Hello everyone, this is the video for the beginning of week 11, I believe. It is November 4th. It's going to be November 5th soon. Real late at night, okay? I haven't made one of these videos in a while. Things have gotten a little bit busy for me as department chair. A fair amount of my time has gone into that. But I still have been answering emails, in particular, stuff about exam one. That stuff got graded. But that's one of the things I'm going to discuss in this video. So the two things that I got for you guys for this video are the intro, outro for the stuff um, from the previous week and the week that's you're currently on, and the big topic, grading for exam one, okay, since that's already done. So let me start with the intro stuff for the stuff that you just covered. Uh, if you guys remember, chapter 4 deals with applications of the derivative, okay? And that's all you've been really concentrating on. I believe the last video that I made, I got you guys into the shapes of graphs, limits at infinity, and asymptotes, what the real definition of an asymptote is. The next sort of difficult portion of the course, which is applied optimization. That's really actually sort of like a big, huge application outside of math, just you, in terms of maximizing or minimizing anything. That's really important actually in business. Okay, just good old business management. Okay, L'Hopital's rule, and what you guys should be covering today, well, this week, should be Newton's method, which rounds out actually what exam 2 is going to be, and antiderivatives. So 410 antiderivatives is not going to be on the test on exam 2. You will see it for the final. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the intro, outro for the stuff for last week, the last couple weeks, and this coming week. Now, the next big topic, exam 1 grading. I have finished exam 1 grading. So the first question that came up for exam 1 grading was, why did I get a 0 on the write-up? Everybody got a 0 on the write-up, okay? The write-up really didn't have the score attached to it. Does that make sense? It was exam 1 that had the score, and the write-up was going to be used for partial credit. And more often than not, for people that turned in everything as they were supposed to, I looked at their write-up, and I provided partial credit for those problems where the problem scored a 0. Okay, since the online system only allowed a score of 0 or 10, right? 0 being incorrect and 10 being correct. I went into the write-ups that you guys provided, looked at how much of the work is actually correct, right? And then went back into the exam and changed the values for the test, okay? So yeah, that's why everybody's grade on the write-up was a 0. I only used it for partial credit purposes, essentially, okay? Which brings me to some of you that the big problem that I saw with a lot of people in the exam 1, it was two things. One, you either did not have a instance of honor lock open, okay, in which case I deducted points all the way down to 1 point per problem, or you did not provide your write-up within the 15 minutes. Okay, the exam and the handing in of your write-up, they're all time stamped. It tells me when you turned in the test, when the last modification was for your test, and when you turned in your write-up. Okay. Some people gave themselves an extra half hour. Okay. And some people gave themselves an extra handful of hours. Okay. In which case, okay, those people got their grades heavily reduced. Okay. Um, the other instance was where there was no instance of honor lock on my end. Okay. Um, honor lock will show me who had it on and who did not have it on. Okay. I need to assure that the person that is actually taking the test is actually the person that's enrolled in the course, and that's who I am assigning the grade to. Okay. Without that, right, the grade really means nothing. Okay. And I have to enforce that. Okay. I have very little to use to enforce, the academic honesty that is required from everybody in here. One is, making you all do write-ups, providing a time limit, looking at timestamps, and honor lock. Okay, so I need to have all those things attached. Now, a lot of people, it was a fair amount of people that did one or the other, where they did not have honor lock for the exam, or they did not have, or they did not hand in their write-up within, the given amount of time. Okay, so for those people, okay, the grade's going to stay. The grade is going to stick. What I will do, though, is this. I will grab your final score, the score that you get for your final exam, and I'll replace it with your exam 1 score. Okay. So that, fine. Okay. The exam 1, either you handed in your write-up too late, or you didn't have honor lock turned on. Your redemption is going to be, right, the final exam. I'll grab that final exam score and replace your exam 1 score. Okay. But that means exam 2, exam 3, and final exam, you're going to need to have an instance of honor lock turned on. You're going to need to hand in the test, your write-up, within the 15 minutes that are required. Yeah, just follow the directions. Okay. Let's see, what else do I got? Yeah, that's it, really. Okay. If there are any questions, I think some of you guys have been able to find me in the tutoring center throughout the week. Like I said, I'm usually in the tutoring center at the college from about 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, give or take. Sometimes I get there a little late, sometimes I get there a little early. But for the most part, 12 to 2, right? That's where I'm in the tutoring center, okay? If there's any questions, any questions at all, stop by, send me an email. I'm still on Pronto. I still check it every once in a while. Yeah, just get a hold of me, okay? I think that is it. Besides that, happy studying.